The Fundamentals of Skating, brought to you by How To Hockey and sponsored by HockeyShot.com.
Hey guys, it's Jeremy from HowToHockey.com.
And Scott from Science of Skating.
In this video, we're going to touch more on the importance of that good knee bend, and we're going to expand on it and talk about why you should continue to stay in that good low stance while you're skating, turning, stopping, and why it's going to be important and vital for your skating skills. I'm here with Scott Grover. He's been teaching power skating for over 30 years, and in the last video, we talked about the importance of the knee bend. Now we're going to talk about using the knee bend and maintaining it while you're skating and why that's important.
Okay, so let's recap again. Wide base, low center of gravity makes us balanced. And again, balance, if we go back to, let's take a fighter for example. When a fighter fights, they don't punch and lean back. They punch and stay over top their feet because that's where they get their power from. Our legs, when we push, are exactly like a punch. We have to stay balanced over top of them, nice and low, all the time. Whether we go one way or whether we go the other way, we want to maintain that balance all the way through. Now, it's not always easy, and it's really tough. The more tired you get, the more that hurts to stay in that position. So in the beginning, it's tough to get kids to stay at that level the whole time because, again, the legs start to shake, it hurts a little bit. But the bottom line is the more you do it, the less all that happens. The less it hurts, the less they shake. Knee bend, you need for crossovers, you need for turns, you need for moving, lateral movement. We need it for all that stuff. And it's the most important link to skating.
One mistake that we see a lot is we tell the players to get nice and low, and they get nice and low, but the only problem is then a few steps in, they stand up again. So that's why we want to do this second video on the importance of knee bend. So if we're just talking about doing crossovers here, we tell the players get nice and low, stay low, better for the power, for speed, for balance, and for agility. Right? And what happens is they'll do a few crossovers around the circle, and then they'll be up here. And they'll be up high, right? And then they're not getting any power. So something that we want to mention is to make sure that you maintain that good knee bend throughout your entire stride. So like Scott mentioned, your legs start to get a bit tired, and you naturally just want to do the easiest thing you can do. And the easiest thing to do is kind of just walk around the ice or walk around the circles like a public skater, right? But we're not public skaters. We don't want to do this really easy, lazy skating stride. We want you guys to get nice and low, keep that good knee bend, and get as much power out of each push as you can. And you do that by staying nice and low. An easy drill that you can use to remind yourself to stay low, or to even use with other hockey players if you're teaching them, is to get them to start in that hockey stance. Make sure they're all nice and low, make sure they're not bending over too much, make sure their legs aren't too straight. So get them in that hockey stance or that power stance, and blow the whistle, tell them to skate about 10 strides, and then stop. So when you blow the whistle, they can be facing down ice or do crossovers, whichever you'd like. Nice and low in that power stance. Go, 1, 2, 3, 4, stop, and return to that power stance. So what you might find is when you blow the whistle, the players go 1, 2, 3, stop, and they'll be up here, they'll be standing tall. And so then it's a good way to constantly remind the players, get low, stay low throughout that stride, and don't stand up. And by doing that drill, you can remind yourself to stay in that power stance. So you skate in that power stance, you stop in that power stance, and you start again in that power stance. And that'll help remind you to stay nice and low and not get upright like this. Those tips should really help drive home the point of staying nice and low and getting as much power from your legs as possible. It's one of the most important tips that we can give to hockey players, and believe it or not, no matter how long you've been playing for, you can always probably get a little bit lower, and I've heard that even the pro hockey players still work on getting low in the off season because they get into bad habits when they're skating, playing 82 games a season, they start standing up, and then when they get skated in the off season, that's the first thing we work on is getting low and getting as much power from their legs as possible. So that's a tip that we have for you guys. Hopefully it'll help you guys improve your skating, and don't forget to check out the next video, and we have a whole series on improving your skating. If you want to check out our YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe to our website. It's howtohockey.com. Don't forget, these videos are brought to you by HockeyShot.com. They have the best hockey training aids out there. Stuff like nets, targets, shooting pads, training tiles, slide boards, all kinds of products to help you guys improve your skills. If you want to check out their products, I have the link in the video description.